What gives you a sense of freedom? Is it riding a bike, relaxing on your couch, going to the outdoors somewhere? What about combining all of those things? A couch on wheels. These are called trishaws, and you can see them on the Gold Coast, giving the opportunity for those living with a disability or mobility issues to experience the freedom of riding around bike paths. Wayne Sticher is the community captain for Gold Coast Cycling Without Age, and he's with me right now. I've spoken to you on the phone, but so good to see you in person.
Thank you, Nicole. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
You're a lot taller than I expected. You are very... How tall are you?
A little bit over 6 foot.
Oh, okay, because we're sitting down, so I never know how tall anyone is until you walked in. I went, that man could be a basketballer. Absolutely. On a serious note, what you do, your volunteer organisation is up for a state gong, which is fantastic.
Amazing.
Well, first of all, for those who don't know, let's go to the very starting line. How would you describe what you do and your organisation to someone who's actually never seen it before?
To start with, it's a lot of people having a great time. We have volunteers who ride trishaws, which are very similar to rickshaws overseas. They have a bench seat at front that two people can sit on and a cyclist behind them. And they take them for rides around scenic Paradise Point into the Coomera River, not into the river, but along beside.
Yeah.
And return. It's about a 5-kilometre journey and has some stunning scenery. It's just amazing.
How many people do you help?
Each month we have 600 passengers, which is just staggering. And
all from the Gold Coast or from far and wide?
We have people coming from Brisbane. We have people coming from Bow Desert and people coming from northern New South Wales.
It's got quite the following.
It has.
It really does. Wayne Sticher from the Gold Coast Cycling Without Age on ABC Gold Coast. This morning, Wayne, we've been talking about right place, right time, and this fits in very nicely with how you got involved with this organisation. Please tell me.
Absolutely. I am a touring cyclist, so I get on my bike and I disappear for months at a time. And I was just looking at YouTube clips about touring cyclists, and I came across a clip by the founder. It's a TED Talk on Cycling Without Age, and I thought I would love somebody to start this on the Gold Coast. And on one of my cycle tours, I just kept coming back to me, and I thought, well, I guess that person's got to be me. So
you put it out to the universe. The universe said, what are you waiting for?
Absolutely.
What was it like to start it from scratch?
It was amazing. I celebrated for about 15 seconds when I got the email to say, congratulations, you can start a chapter of Cycling Without Age, and then realised I had no funding, no volunteers, and I'm a retired firefighter, so I really had no idea. And I just started selling the dream, and fortunately quite a number of people have bought the dream, and the dream has come to fruition with the smiles and the hugs and just the accolades that we get from people as we cycle past is just, it's heartwarming.
Are you looking for more volunteers?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We carry 600 people a month. We have demand for well over 1,000, but we just knock back bookings all the time. So if we had more volunteers, we could certainly carry more people, and the demand is there.
And do you do this 7 days a week?
At the moment, we only have enough volunteers, and we are stretched to run 3 days per week, which is Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays. We have a great little weekend volunteer time that does the first Saturday and the third Sunday monthly, but we would love to open it up 7 days a week.
I love this quote that I'm looking at the moment. If you've just tuned in, we are talking about the Gold Coast Cycling, Gold Coast Cycling Without Age. Community Captain Wayne Sticher is with you. And if you are in certain parts of the coast, you may see the trishaws. As you mentioned, you see them very overseas, where you've got a seat at the back and someone at the front who's cycling along. So the volunteer would get quite fit, I would imagine. Do they?
We cheat. The passengers... The passengers sit at the front because we put our passengers first.
Oh, of course.
And we call them the pilot. They sit at the back and let the passengers enjoy the unobstructed views.
Oh, geez, that sounds fantastic. But this is the quote that I like. Participants feel like their cloak of invisibility has been lifted.
Ah, absolutely.
Can you explain that for me?
As people age, they tell us that when they go places, they're often overlooked. And when they come to us, we put them on the front. We just have such a good time with them. The banter is incredible, and people say they feel valued and that somebody's actually noticed them. And a lot of people have said, "Oh, I feel as though my cloak of invisibility has been lifted."
Geez, that must make you feel special.
Nicole, there's no better feeling. There really is no better feeling than people leaving and getting off the trishaws and just going, "This is the best thing that's happened to me for ages." Some of our passengers have never been on a bike, and some of them we say, "How long since you've been on a bicycle?" And they say 80 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. And our oldest passenger locally has been 104 years old.
Oh, my gosh. And what did they make of it after they'd been on their ride? They probably went, more.
Oh, yes. Sometimes we need a crowbar to get them off the seat.
Yeah, nice.
But, and that's the joy of what we do.
Now, you love cycling so much, Wayne, that you're undertaking a big journey next month, I understand.
You could call it that, yes.
Where are you off to?
I'm flying my bike and all my gear to Uluru, and then I'm hopping on it and I'm riding to Perth down the Great Central Road. So it's unassisted and a solo ride.
You should have teamed up with Tom Forbes from ABC Gold Coast. I mean, he's just got back. He did Gold Coast to Cottesloe Beach in Perth.
I know. And I followed Tom, but he didn't do enough dirt road for me. I start with 1,100 kilometres of dirt.
There you go. Well, you've got to start somewhere. You're a beacon. Well, look, best of luck again. You are up for a award for the amazing work that you do here with the community. And it's been so nice to put a face to the organisation known as Gold Coast Cycling Without Age. Wayne Sticher, thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, and thanks to my whole team for making this happen. It's been amazing.